Hey guys, welcome to my web shooters tutorial. To start out, we are going to be making the canister. To make the canister, you will need 3/4 inch PVC. I'm using clear, but you can use white. You'll need a 3/4 inch end cap, preferably flat on the end. You'll need a bushing that is 1/2 inch male by 1/4 inch female. And you'll need a tire valve. Okay, so for tools, you'll need PVC cement, epoxy, something to mix it in, a drill, a 9/32 inch drill bit, industrial heat gun, jigsaw, pliers, a vise, and you might need a wrench and plumber's pliers. So the first thing you'll need to do is you'll need to take PVC pipe, find the flat end, put it in your vise, and cut about and cut about 5 inches off of it. So that is exactly 5 inches. Okay. So take your jigsaw and cut 5 inches of pipe. Then what you'll need to do is you'll need to take the bushing, put that in your vise facing upwards. Take your heat gun, turn it on hot. And just heat it up for about a minute, maybe a little less. Okay? And then take your 5 inches of PVC and just screw that on. Make sure it's kind of vertical. Screw it on as tight as you possibly can. Okay, so that's good. And put that back in your vise. And then you want to take your epoxy, mix it equal parts. Okay, and so once that's mixed, just get some of it on your mixing stick and just put it around, just in between the PVC and the steel. Okay, so while that's drying, what you want to do is you want to load the drill bit into the drill. Remember, 9/32 inches, and you want to drill right into the middle of the end cap. Wiggle it around a bit, make the hole bigger. Then you want to take your tire valve, unscrew all the stuff, first the 2 nuts, then the washer and the rubber washer. Stick it in the hole like that. Alright, and then put the things back on the other side. So first the rubber, Then the washer. Use the pliers to screw the nut on. Once that nut is screwed on, screw the other one on. Just over it. Okay, so now that you've got this piece and this piece, all you gotta do, take some PVC cement, wrap it around that end, and stick the end cap on it. Just like that. Okay, so this is the part of the tutorial where I show you how to make the solenoid circuit. So you're going to need solenoid valve. This is a solenoid valve with ports that are 1/4 inch female NPT. This is also a solenoid valve with those same measurements, although it's bigger. I prefer this one, but you can use any solenoid valve of that size. Okay, and then you're going to need push button, female power jack, a piece of really sturdy outlet cable. It's just really sturdy cable that comes with outlet plugs. So it's about 4 inches of that. And tools, you'll need electrical tape, wire cutters, solder, and a soldering iron. So first, what you want to do, you're going to take the 2 wires from your solenoid valve and measure them so that they reach, measure them so that they reach the other end of the solenoid valve. So they stretch from here to here. And then you can strip them. Don't make them too tight, because in case you have to open the solenoid valve up in order to unclog it or fix it, then you can still do that without disconnecting the wires. So do that with both wires. Okay, and then strip them. Okay. So I strip my wires. And so the thing is, one of them has to go to the power jack and one of them has to go to the trigger. So next, you want to take your piece of outlet cable and like that, make sure both of the ends are split apart. And you want to strip one end, both wires on one end. Okay, so like this. So then you just want to twist them together. And then you want to take one of the wires, preferably the top one, I'd say, the top one of the solenoid valve, and you want to twist that together with one of the wires on the outlet cable. So it looks like that. So it looks like that. See? Okay. And then you just want to solder that together. Then you can tape it so that it's more secure. Just like that. So then you take your power jack, and the wires that are going to be connected on your power jack are going to be it's going to be this one connected to the middle and the one on the very outer edge. So you take that one and you want to connect either one of those, doesn't matter, to this, the other wire of the outlet cable. So you just, it's too big to fit into the hole, so I'm just gonna wrap it around and then you can solder it. Okay, so it's soldered, and then you just want to take this one, so you just stick that into the free lead on the power jack. So you just fit it through the hole. You can't see that very well. Like that, okay. And you solder it. Okay, so that's all done. Next, you just want to make sure that your power jack can fit on the side of the shooter, like that, and just bend this so that it's facing towards the palm, like this. You see? Make sure the power jack is facing outward. Okay, but you're not going to glue it yet. And then you just want to undo the ends of these. You just strip these wires. And the other end of the outlet cable. And take your button and cut off diagonal leads so that the only two leads left are diagonal from each other. See? Okay. And then you just want to kind of slide it over there. And if you can't do that, just kind of situation it, or you can wrap it around, whatever you have to do to get it ready to solder. And you just solder it. And there is the whole circuit. Next thing you want to do is you want to take a small square piece of electrical tape and put that at the bottom of the button and just wrap it around the trigger so that the wires are covered. And you can add another piece if you want also. And then you take another piece like that, but you want to poke a hole in it with something like a pencil. Okay, so the button will fit through that hole, just like that. And you wrap that around. So now you have yourself a nice little custom trigger. Okay? Okay, so then what you want to do is you just want to tape up the area around the power jack. And make sure when you're taping this up, you're really stretching the tape because that makes it even more secure. Okay, so once you find a place where your power jack can be flat against the side of the solenoid valve, like this. Oh, this is really bad. Like this, okay? So that looks like a good place, so just kind of search around for it. Once you find it, take some super glue, or crazy glue, or whatever they're calling it these days. You're just going to want to take some super glue and put it on the bottom of the power jack, the flat side. Okay? And then you're just going to want to press it in that spot real good. Okay, and just hold it there for a short time. Okay, and then it should be pretty good. My button is upside down. Oops, oh well, maybe you won't make that same mistake. Okay, so we got this whole thing. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to take some scissors and pretty much anything that can go around your wrist. So I'm just using this nylon band here. Measure the amount that goes around your wrist. It should be a little bit more than the circumference of your middle finger to thumb. So once you've done that, just cut it. And then, so you've got this band. Take your crazy glue again and put some crazy glue just on the silver part of the solenoid valve, on the bottom. So just on the silver part. Not too much. And again, this can be any kind of glue that you favor. I'm just using crazy glue because it's quick. And so just basically put that down on the middle of the valve of the fabric. Alright. So you've got this whole thing right here. Next thing you want to do is you want to take a hose barb. It can really be any size barb, but it has to have a male 1/4 inch NPT. So you just put that into the out of the solenoid valve. I need a wrench. just like that. And then you need these buckles, and you just thread them through like that. Okay, and so once they're threaded through, I'm just going to do them one at a time. Just crazy glue everywhere. Okay, so crazy glue first one, and then you just basically do the same with the other side. And I actually would suggest hot glue or sewing these together instead of crazy glue, because crazy glue is a little crazy. You can also electrical tape them if you want to. That's actually pretty good. Just found that out. So now you've got this. So next you need these three pieces. You need right angle 1/4 female by 1/4 male. Then another one of those. And then you'll need this pipe, 1/4 male by 1/4 male. So it's just a pipe. And you'll need some Teflon tape, or if you're out of Teflon tape like me, you can use plastic wrap. But plastic wrap is not permanent, so if you decide to take this apart and put it back together, you'll have to re-administer the plastic wrap. Just take a strip of plastic wrap like this, just wind it around the threads, just like that. Make sure there's none covering the hole, and then do that with the other ones as well, all the other threads. Okay, so once you've got all these wrapped up, you just want to screw this in. Use a wrench. Okay, like that, and then do it with the other one. This one should be facing the opposite way, so it should be put together like this. And then all that you want to do is you want to take your web shooter and screw it in the back part right here. And it should be pressed right up against these wires. Okay, so that's the web shooter. I'm not gonna show you how to make the battery, but I am gonna tell you. So I'll post the link in the description to these batteries. These are two 6-volt batteries. Each of them is 1 amp hour. So you basically put them on top of each other, reversed, and you wire them together here, plus, minus, and then here in the front you add a power jack, and you just wire that way. It doesn't matter how you wire it. And then I added a 3D printed plastic part in between, but you can just glue it onto a 6-inch extra long sweatband. When you do that, you put the whole thing together. Looks like that. Yeah. Okay, so then finally, to put it all together, you just stick this part into the canister, and that can be removed whenever in order to load it. So then you put it on, looks like that. Okay, and the fluid goes in here, and that's all for the tutorial. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.